Does the poster appear professional? Yes, it does. I love the black and white. I think it's a very horror movie, psychological thriller thing to do. And the red, very important, the date. I love this as well. Very real. The fact that you've got social media, that's quite contemporary. Names of the actors at the top, always. And a review. Exactly what you need to make a poster look real. Next question. How does the composition of the film poster photograph affect you personally? It's quite disturbing, so the purpose is very clear. And it's very successful in giving you that kind of feel, you know what I mean? It makes you really scared. It makes you wonder, who is the girl? What film genre would you classify our short film as according to the film poster? Between horror and thriller, I want to say. Is our film poster effective in terms of advertisement and promotional methods? Are you encouraged influenced to go and see the film? Definitely. I mean, I think she's really good looking. I am quite intrigued about what it is actually about, though. So I think it serves its purpose. Would you classify the film poster as mainstream, alternative, or whatever that is for more specific target audiences? I think it is quite mainstream. I think the conventions of the genre that you have chosen is just, you show it very clearly. So it is, in a way, mainstream. I love this effect. The fact that you can move and it moves with you. It's really scary. And if you saw this poster on social media or displayed on billboards, what would intrigue you the most? I think I want to know what happened to the girl that made her look like that. I want to know, like, if she's a human or if she's not, and what she is. I think it's not very clear, and that's the whole point of watching the film. So that would be my answer to that. Do you agree with our chosen target audience age rating? We have chosen 12. Yes, I think. Yeah, I think 12 is fine. It's kind of a middle point. You really can't make it a 16 or an 18 because I assume there's no, like, sexual too violent scenes. So it should be fine. And you know, people, they consent when they go and watch this film, so they know that they're going to watch something that's going to scare them, so it's completely fine. What age rating would our film be according to the poster? That's 12A. Do you feel differently about the poster after you've watched the film, and is there anything you would like to state that we have not asked previously? No, not really. I think it does what it has to do. It shows the mystery, it shows, you know, a sort of psychological thrillery horror film type of thing. The thing that's going to scare you the most. I think if you'd have done it differently, I don't think it would have been that effective. Anyway, the poster is to attract the audience. So I think it's very well done. Does our short film Incubus, or however you say it, and our poster collaborate successfully? Yes, I think so. Maybe you could add a picture of the protagonist up here, maybe fade it if you want the audience to get a sense of, like, what they're going to expect or what's going to happen. So somebody haunting somebody else, because I think it's quite focused on the girl in the middle, even though she's not necessarily the protagonist. But above all, I think it's really good.
Poster stuck to the codes and conventions of the film posters generally by having it in portrait and having, like, the main image that you want the audience to focus on kind of in the center, with the title, as well as having the cast name and the reviews. I thought that the composition was really good as well, because, like, everything's just kind of placed into the center and it's not kind of all over the place. And I know it looks kind of slightly creepy, I guess. It looks a bit more like a horror / thriller when you look at it as well, because it's all black and white, and then you just have a little bit of red, which, I don't know, could signify blood in some way. I think in like terms of like how you put the promotion, you could have more something more than just Facebook, so like YouTube or Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. Just kind of like something that like even now like Snapchat that they use to promote films or something. The poster looks like it might be mainstream, but it could be a little bit more towards like niche in a way. Yeah. I think if I saw this poster, I think that it's definitely the pictures like, of the three demons that would like catch my attention if I saw it on social media. Yeah, and like because of the makeup as well. So I kind of look at it and I'll probably be a bit freaked out if I saw it at night. But yeah. In terms of like what target audience I think would probably be more into it, I would say like a white teen or university student male, maybe, or female. Yeah. I think this could be like a 12A. Like I don't like by the looks of it, it doesn't look like it would be like gory enough to be like a 15, but not too like sugar coated to be like a PG. So I think just something in the middle. After watching the film, I saw that it was more of a psychological thriller. So it's a bit different from what you see as on the poster, which looks more like a horror. Also, just lastly, if up here instead of the woods you had like the house, because everything's taking place in the house. If you had that at the top instead, it would collaborate better with the movie. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mr. Loftus. I'm a teacher. I'm a male teacher. Codes and conventions of a real-life film poster. In my view, it looks similar to a lot of horror-style posters that I've seen before. The gore on the character's face, the kind of gothic-style writing, very dark cover. And seems to have that kind of leading text at the beginning, indicating who's acted in it as well. So yeah, it seems to fit with those conventions. In terms of the camera shot angle affecting me, it's kind of mysterious the way the two characters to the side kind of fade into the background. It lends an air of mystery and suspicion to whatever may be going on there. Where are we? Genre, well, my immediate reaction is horror. I suppose it could be a kind of really dark thriller type, but most likely horror, I would suspect. Mostly because of, again, it's that darkness of the cover itself, the gore on the character, and leading back to that script as well, because it's the same kind of idea. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a massive horror fan, but if I were, I think it would lead me to think that this was a film worth seeing. In terms of it's saying this is very clearly a horror film. It's showing what it's about, and you kind of left wondering how was this character ended up in the state she very clearly is on the front cover there. Where are we at now? I'm kind of torn into whether it would be mainstream or not niche. I'm not, mostly because I'm not quite sure how the horror genre goes generally. But probably a mainstream horror type cover, I think is the way I'd classify it. I'm not quite sure if that necessarily fits with what you're looking for. I'll say I'm not a horror fan, so I probably wouldn't. That being said, it would cause interest, and if that type of film did appeal, then yeah, I think I would be intrigued to see what the film was about. given the character's age and kind of the darkness and the way it's described, I think you're probably looking at older teenagers, kind of 18-year-olds through to kind of probably early 20s, that kind of age group. I suspect are your main target audience with the film. I don't think it's necessarily gender specific or class specific. I'm torn between an 15 and an 18. My gut instinct would be 18, but it could just be that the poster is trying to buy into the idea of the film being older, dragging the kind of 17-year-olds into it that way. So I'm not sure. We won those older age groups.
Do you believe the codes and conventions of real film poster have been portrayed? My answer to this is yes. Like, if you see the poster, it looks like a professional has done it. It doesn't look like a sixth form student. And I'm not saying that they're not smart, but like, it looks professional. So good. Trust me. Like, it would make me want to go watch the film if I had seen the poster. Second question is, how does the composition of the film poster photograph affect you personally? So, the way it's actually really cool. Like they shot it like at someone's face, and like the eyes are kind of looking at you, which makes like the theme of the movie stand out even more, because it's like supposed to be like a scary film, and like having like 3 images of a scary person is very scary. So basically, question number 3 is, what film genre would you classify our short film as according to the film poster? According to the poster, I think that your film is like a horror / thriller, because like the colours are quite horrifying of the poster, so that signs to me that it's a horror film. I'm gonna just stop laughing. Number 4, is our film poster effective in terms of yeah, a film poster is effective. Well, if I saw it, I would want to go watch the movie. I don't know about you guys, but if I saw it, I think that it was done very well, and like I think advertising wise, it would be a really good campaigner, and people would want to go watch it after seeing the poster. I'm not bigging them up, I'm just saying. So film. Question number 5. Would you classify the film poster as a mainstream alternative, as a mainstream product, or a niche for some specific target audience? Well, basically, to be honest, I don't think that a wide variety of people would go and watch it. I think like a group of, I think it's like targeting a niche group of people, because like I think it's like them teens that like watching Vampire Diaries or like Twilight and stuff like that. That is targeting. So question number 6. According to the poster, what age range, class or ethnicity and gender of the audience do you think? But I think that like the age range would be ranging from maybe 15-year-olds going up to 21-year-olds probably, because yeah, it looks like something like someone who would watch Twilight, and I think the main target audience would be females rather than males, because then they're more of the ones who want to watch like that kind of horror thingy. Also, I think that the ethnicity would be like young, I don't know, Americans for some reason. I have like Americans in my mind, because they're like most of, I don't know, just yeah. What age rating would our film be according to the poster? Well, it says 12, but I think that it could be probably 15. I'm not sure, because it's quite horrifying. But the picture is scary. So after watching the short film, Incubus, do you feel differently about the poster after you have watched the film? Is there anything you would like to state that we have not asked previously? yeah, I think that the film is more of a psychological thriller, and maybe my previous conception of the film was thingy. But after I've watched it, it's so good, and I think the poster, like, if someone watched the poster and then watched the film, then it would make them enjoy the film even more, because from the poster is what you get curious about when them demons are gonna pop out, and yeah. So last question: there's a short film Incubus, and our poster collab. It goes so well together, because looking at the poster, I'm gonna think to myself, oh, like the film's gonna be so scary and stuff like that, like at the beginning, but it kind of like tricks you. It goes like, it's kind of like a really, like, it's like a playful, not playful, but it's like the movie doesn't start off scary, which is a good thing, and then it just keeps the watcher, the viewer, like, how do I say it? Yeah, it keeps them like suspicious of when like the demons are gonna pop up or when the scary bits, which is really good, and like it got me scared. And I'm waiting for part 2, but they said they're not gonna do one. So yeah, nice film.